May I remind you that trading is risky and not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, isn't necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you can't afford to lose. Welcome to QuantBox Daily. Today is Friday, April 14th. QuantBox is your global macroeconomic quant-in-a-box, a fundamental tool that gives you all the fundamental analysis you need to take a fundamental bias, compare it with a technical bias, and get an edge on the market. A one-week trial is just $7.90. Now, what you get for that is this beautiful dashboard over here. As you can see, we've got a score chart summary over here I'm looking at right now, which gives you all your currency pairs with a total score, which represents bullishness or bearishness. Now, if you've been with me for the last couple of weeks, then you know that we're taking a look at these scores. We then break those scores down to what those scores are made up of in terms of COT data, various fundamental data, retail sentiment, seasonality. Now, when I say seasonality, that's really what's interesting me at the moment, because we're taking a look at the yen pairs. Now, currently you can see here on the score chart summary, the yen pairs are all sitting in bullish territory, which is interesting because that means that we've got some pairs that are based on their score being represented as bullish. However, when we're looking at seasonality, we can see that we've got a lot of reason as to why we'd like to sell in April all the way down to August. That's usually how things work from a seasonality perspective. So taking a look at the currency pairs on the yen pairs, let's have a look and see if we can exercise those biases. So firstly, Aussie yen, you can see here, prices now come up to the top of this range. We spoke about yesterday, okay? Your moving averages are flat, that's fine, but your 21 is still below your 55, your 200, your 100 is still below 200. You can see there, okay? The price now top of the range. So we're looking for this to become bearish. And for this to become bearish, we're looking for a lower low, lower high. Now, that can take the form in a lower low, lower high on the 4-hour chart, lower low, lower high. Or alternatively, we could be looking for a lower low, lower high on the H1 time frame. Just change this template over here. Okay, let's make this daily, sorry. Okay, cool. So you can see here that price currently sitting at the support, not something I'd like to sell just yet. Okay, so you're waiting for this to form some kind of lower low, lower high. Currently still bullish, and that lower low, lower high may come off the bottom of a double top. So basically, price comes down, price comes back up, double top, lower low, lower high. Or alternatively, price just breaks support and support becomes resistance. As you can see right now, even though price is currently at that resistance level on an H1 time frame, still bullish. So you're not doing anything with your Aussie yen just yet. Taking a look at your CAD yen, you can see currently up at the top here at this resistance. We saw this yesterday. I said to you guys yesterday, be careful of selling down here because price is still bullish, and you can see price is still behaving bullishly at the moment. Price has not broken that support. That support has not become resistance. However, you have got price currently at resistance. Will that change today? So what you want to be paying attention to is your H1 time frame, and looking to see if you get a lower low, lower high. Now you can see yesterday, price comes down at 55 a few days ago. Price comes down, price comes back up. Price doesn't make a lower low. Price then comes up. So price still doesn't make a lower low. You're looking for price to make a lower low and price to then make a lower high, and you'll be selling that lower high. So you can just trap price and range over there, okay? Taking a look at the Euro Yen, you got this over here. Let's just block this off over here. And let's take a look. H4. You can see price holding that support yesterday. We drew that support out yesterday. We still said we're looking for price to break support to become resistance. That has not happened yet. So therefore, you're not selling the yen pair just yet. So you can see moving this across over here. No reason to be selling this. No lower low, lower high. You can see that tactical way of confirming a trade working quite nicely, keeping you out of any sells on this because it's not bearish yet. Okay, fantastic. Taking a look at our dollar pairs. Euro dollar coming through with a bias of neutral, pound dollar coming to the bias of neutral, dollar Swiss coming to the bias of neutral, USD CAD to the bias of neutral, Aussie USD coming to the bias of sell. Let's take a look at that's been bearish for a while now. Taking a look at the Aussie USD over here. Now the thing with Aussie USD is we do currently have a bias of bearish, but our seasonality says that in April we tend to go up. Okay. So you can see here, we spoke about this sell last week. Now, what was interesting is that I was looking for a very specific type of sell on this. I was looking for a double top, price to come back up, double top, and then go down. Of course, that didn't happen. Price came up, made a lower high. And so if you took that trade last week, your get out of that trade would have been down here. You can see the higher low over here, okay? That would be an indication to get out. You can see right over there, there's your higher low, and there's your indication to get out. Not a most amazing trade. Definitely much closer down here to there than if you got it over here, but you wouldn't really be sure of getting out over here. So if you got in over here, you got it over there, total of 106 pips. Okay, it is what it is. So you can see now currently we're sitting at the top of this range over here. And if you want to verify this is bearish, very easy to do. You're simply looking at the H4 time frame. You're saying, right, am I bearish on this time frame, i.e., has price been lower, low, lower, high? On the H1 time frame, looking over here, you can see looking right. Right now, you've got price consolidating inside this range. Okay. Now, keep in mind, if price just breaks down and doesn't make that lower high, chances are price coming back. Okay. Price breaks out and pulls back in for a sell, you can sell that. But as you know, pay attention to price at the bottom of the range, of course, like down here. Okay. In terms of your euro dollar, you can see a price breaking up higher. Okay. Fantastic. Add it weekly R2. Lovely stuff. No indication to see bearishness right now. Why am I looking for bearishness anyway? Well, let's take a look at the euro dollar. Euro dollar currently coming through neutral and QuantBox. I'd actually leave that alone. Okay, but there is a potential counter trade here on a Friday with price being at the weekly R2, price coming up to the weekly M4. Okay, and if you're looking for a price to become bearish, you want to see a lower low, lower high. Currently, not the case. Okay, beyond that, all the other dollar pairs are currently showing signs of neutrality, except for Aussie dollar USD. Okay, beyond that, here's a score chart summary. As you mentioned, all your yen pairs are currently in buys, but seasonally, we're looking for opportunities to sell. Okay. All the sells down here, a lot of Swissies. Okay. Let's take a look at Swissies separately. You can see Swissies there, Kiwi Swissy, Aussie, CAD Swissy, all in the sell. Okay. Take a look over here. We've got Euro Swissy coming through neutral. We got Pound Swissy coming through neutral. Aussie Swissy coming to neutral. So clearly something wrong with the score chart summary, not saying the same thing as the individual pairs. I'll definitely let the team know about that, make sure they sort that out. So you can see here, the only thing we're really interested in terms of selling is Kiwi Swissy and CAD Swissy. Let's take a look at them. The Kiwi Swissy, let's just get this over here. And we're looking at, this is now going to be weekly pivots. Lovely stuff. Apologies for the sound of my cat in the background there. Lovely stuff. Okay, cool. So you can see here, currently the profit-taking zone, so you cannot exercise a sell on this. Also seasonally bearish, okay, but you're currently the profit-taking zone. That's for the Kiwi Swissy. Let's take a look at Kiwi Swissy over here. Kiwi Swissy, so bearish, but you can see here, currently the profit-taking zone, you can't sell down there, okay? I mean, could you sell at this 4-21? Why would you want to sell so close to the profit-taking zone? It makes no sense. Then CAD Swissy over here, coming through the sell, you can see there April bearish, CAD Swissy. See there currently sideways, okay? Sideways and in the profit-taking zone. I'd leave the Swissies alone. I'd focus on the yen pairs, okay? That's, I think, where the opportunities lie, but be very patient with them. Okay, wait for those yen pairs to turn. Wait, make sure you get bearishness on lower time frames, okay, before you just sell them. If price hasn't broken support and support has not become resistance, then not bearish yet. Even though you might have this in the 4-hour time frame, you're still looking for bearishness on lower time frames. Take from the H1, move it down. Okay, be patient out there, friends. You know what you're looking for, but then know what you want to see, but then know how to wait for it, right? So you can say, well, I want to sell the yen pairs because seasonal plays. Therefore, I'm looking for bearishness. Has bearishness presented itself? If you've got price holding at support, how can that be bearish? Doesn't make sense, right? Be patient, be disciplined, stay liquid, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Cheers.